Did you know there are secrets in Greece that even the biggest fans have never spotted? From shocking wardrobe mishaps to hidden celebrity connections, this video uncovers 20 weird facts that will blow your mind. Whether you've loved Greece for decades or are just discovering Danny and Sandy's summer romance, these stories reveal a side of the movie you've never seen before. Stick around until the very end for a bonus fact you absolutely don't want to miss. Fact 1. The origins of Greece. Greece was born from the imaginations of Jim Jacobs and Warren Casey. One night, while listening to Led Zeppelin at a late-night party, the two began reminiscing about 1950s doo-wop music. This nostalgia sparked the idea for a stage musical centered on a group of misfit high school students, with the iconic sounds of the era at its heart. They named it Grease, paying tribute to the decade's signature greasy hair, slicked-up cars, and classic diner food. Fact 2. Henry Winkler almost played Danny Zuko. Because Henry Winkler's Happy Days character, Fonzie, had the same cool greaser vibe as Danny Zuko, he was a natural contender for the lead role in Grease. However, having played Fonzie for years on ABC, Winkler felt typecast and decided to turn it down. In a 2019 interview, he called it one of the best decisions of his career, saying he believed John Travolta was the perfect fit for Danny Zuko. Winkler admitted that Travolta brought the ideal energy and charisma that the role demanded. Fact 3. Olivia's iconic leather pants and their auction. Olivia Newton-John's tight black leather outfit in Grease is iconic, but it almost didn't make it to the screen. In her 2019 memoir, Don't Stop Believing, Olivia revealed the pants were vintage 1950s sharkskin and the zipper broke when she tried them on. To preserve them, the pants were sewn onto her each morning, and she had to perform while barely able to eat or drink. Decades later, Olivia auctioned the outfit at Julian's Idols and Icons event, with all proceeds going to her Cancer Research Institute. The ensemble sold for $45,700, more than double the estimate. The pants alone went to Spanx founder Sarah Blakely for $162,000, while the jacket was returned to Olivia as a treasured gift. Fact 4. Elvis Presley almost played Teen Angel. Elvis Presley was originally invited to play Teen Angel in Grease, but he declined due to health issues and his manager not wanting him tied to a minor role. The part went to Frankie Avalon, who admitted he worried his portrayal might resemble Elvis too closely. Even without appearing, Elvis's influence was felt. In the sleepover scene, Rizzo, Stockard Channing, sings, "Look at me, I'm Sandra Dee," while playfully dancing next to a photo of Elvis, singing, "Elvis, Elvis, let me be. Keep that pelvis away from me." In a chilling coincidence, Elvis passed away on August 16, 1977, the very day the scene was filmed. Fact 5. The cast was older than their characters. The main cast of Grease was much older than the high school students they played. John Travolta was 23 and Michael Tucci was 30. While this drew some criticism, casting director Joel Thurm defended it, saying Grease was a fictional story, not a documentary. What mattered was that the actors looked believable together and could entertain audiences. Combined with the 1950s nostalgia from Happy Days, the music, and the setting, this helped make the film a surprising success. Fact 6. Olivia Newton-John's age concerns. At nearly 30, Olivia Newton-John almost turned down the role of Sandy, doubting she could convincingly play a high school student. With her music career at its peak, she didn't want to risk a film that might fail. John Travolta persisted, believing she was perfect for the role. After a screen test and Travolta's encouragement, Olivia was convinced to take the part, creating one of cinema's most iconic performances. Fact 7. Jeff Conaway's love story. Jeff Conaway, who played Kaniki, secretly admired his co-star Olivia Newton-John, but never confessed his feelings. Fate intervened at a cast party when he met Olivia's sister, Rona. Jeff charmed her, and after a few dates, they married. The marriage lasted 5 years, yet he remained close to the Newton-John family. When Jeff passed away in 2011, Olivia said, "Jeff had a kind heart and was very talented. He was a big part of our family for many years, and he will be remembered forever." Fact 8. Greased Lightning wasn't originally Danny's car. Before Danny Zuko drove the legendary Greased Lightning, it belonged to Kinnicky. The 1948 Ford Deluxe convertible was in rough shape: cracked windshield, broken headlights, mismatched tires, and no hubcaps. Kinnicky restored it, repairing the damage, repainting it white with red-trimmed silver lightning bolts, and turning it into the dream car the T-Birds sang about. During the Thunder Road race, it was damaged but easily repaired afterward. Later, a fantasy version, a candy apple red 1948 Ford with white lightning bolts and a plexiglass hood, was created. Danny won this version at the graduation carnival, using it to drive away with Sandy in the film's finale. Fact 9. Rizzo's hickey was real. In Grease, the scene where Rizzo, Stockard Channing, admires the hickeys on her neck is iconic, but the marks weren't makeup. Channing later revealed that the hickeys were actually left by Jeff Conaway, adding a realistic and slightly uncomfortable detail that made the scene even more memorable. Fact 10. The summer night scene was filmed at a real school. The iconic summer night scene in Grease was filmed at Venice High School in California in 1977. The filmmakers even used the school's own students as extras, with teacher and alumnus Grant Francis helping to install the Rydell High sign. The first shot, with students rushing out of their cars, captured natural reactions. Skateboards, instruments, and cheerleaders in short skirts helped recreate the perfect high school vibe. Francis also planted rose bushes around a statue of actress MNA to protect it from students. Today, the statue is cast in bronze, becoming an enduring symbol, just like Grease itself. Fact 11. John Travolta wasn't the first choice for Danny Zuko. John Travolta was originally cast as Doody in the stage play and hoped to play Danny Zuko. When filming began in 1976, Henry Winkler, famous as Fonzie, was offered Danny but turned it down. This opened the door for Travolta, who prepared carefully and secured the role through a 3-picture deal with producer Robert Stigwood. Winkler later joked about the outcome. "I went home and had a glass of orange juice. John Travolta said yes to the part. He went home and bought a plane." Fact 12. The director's accident on the Thunder Road set. The Thunder Road car race looks dramatic on screen, but filming almost became disastrous for director Randall Kleiser. Walking barefoot on the hot, polluted Los Angeles riverbed, he cut his foot. The next day, he developed a severe infection and a high fever, forcing the crew to pause filming. The accident nearly derailed the entire production schedule. Fact 13. Henry Winkler regretted turning down Danny Zuko. In a 2023 interview, Henry Winkler admitted he regretted turning down the role of Danny Zuko, fearing he'd be typecast like Fonzie. Missing out on Grease, he faced a slow period in his career with few significant roles. Instead, Winkler moved behind the scenes as a producer and director, working on shows like MacGyver. He later advised graduates to be resilient and take risks, successfully transforming himself into a writer, author, and producer. Fact 14. The T-Birds originally had a different name. Before becoming the iconic T-Birds, the group at Rydell High was called the Burger Palace Boys, named after the diner they hung out at. For the movie, filmmakers wanted a cooler, more memorable name, so the T-Birds were born, featuring Danny, Zuko, Kinnicky, Doody, Sonny, and Putsy. In Grease 2, a new generation of T-Birds was introduced: Johnny Norelli, Louis DeMucci, Goose McKenzie, Davy Jorsky, and Michael Carrington, keeping the spirit of the group alive. But not all cast members kept their glory. One supporting actor faced a tragic ending. Fact 15. The tragic death of Jeff Conaway. Jeff Conaway, who played Kinnicky in Grease, passed away in 2011, and his story remains heartbreaking. During the Greased Lightning scene, he fell from the car and suffered a severe back injury. To manage the pain, he was prescribed opioids, which led to dependency and later abuse of other drugs. His addiction masked the symptoms of pneumonia, the illness that ultimately caused his death. Though media reports cited it as an accident, the truth reveals a darker side of Grease's glamorous facade. Behind the scenes, tragedy was never far away. Fact 16. Lorenzo Llamas sacrificed his hair. To land his role in Grease, Lorenzo Llamas had to dye his hair blonde. At 6'2" and muscular, his natural look didn't fit with the T-Birds, so the change toned him down. This small decision became a signature part of his image, and Llamas continued to keep his hair blonde in many later films. Fact 17. The Thunder Road Race Accident. The Thunder Road car race was filmed in the polluted Los Angeles riverbed to add authenticity. During the scene, Putzi accidentally caused an accident, knocking Kenickie unconscious, and Danny Zuko stepped in to win. The riverbed, full of dirt, trash, and toxic water, made filming hazardous, and many crew members fell ill while working in the harsh conditions. Fact 18. Bad Sandy's transformation. Olivia Newton-John found playing Sweet Sandy easy, but the rebellious Bad Sandy was new for her. She said, "I was used to Sandy as a sweet girl in poodle skirts, so when I tried the bad girl look, I didn't know what to expect." Once, in her tight leather outfit, the cast barely recognized her, and the attention she received showed how dramatically her new look changed her appeal. For Olivia, the transformation was fun and liberating. Fact 19. You're the One That I Want. Almost didn't make it. The hit You're the One That I Want wasn't in the original stage musical. It was written specifically for the film as a finale for John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John. John Farrar completed the song in just a few days, and it went on to sell over 15 million copies worldwide. Director Randall Kleiser initially opposed it, fearing the modern song would clash with the 1950s-style soundtrack. Luckily, it stayed, and Record World called it an explosive duet. From the first line, "You better shape up," audiences knew they were witnessing an unforgettable cinematic moment. Fact 20. The final carnival scene was a real challenge. The final carnival scene wasn't just acting, it tested the cast physically. During breaks, Ward, Barry Pearl, and Michael got on the spinning octopus ride. Michael became dizzy and asked to stop, but Ward thought he was joking. Barry Pearl also struggled with the constant spinning. Adding to the challenge, the pink clouds in the scene were real. Dyed cotton wool carefully arranged to match the dancers' movements, creating a truly unforgettable cinematic moment. And that's the wrap-up for this video. Which of these behind-the-scenes secrets surprised or impressed you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next fascinating Grease discovery.